Good morning, beautiful souls. Happy October. Welcome to October's Coffee with Coach. I'm not sucking on a sore throat lozenge. You are. It's happened, people. Yep. Sarah Walton's fall cold is here. I didn't spend the weekend listening to Taylor Swift. You did. Come on, tell me how much you all love Opalite. Somebody besides me, please love Opalite. I mean, Elizabeth Taylor, are you kidding me? The fate of Ophelia. You know I'm going to talk about it. We are talking Q4, and that woman is the master of sales all year long. So you know I'm going to be talking about my T-Swizzle. All right, who is ready to pull a card? If there is throat clearing and cough drop sucking, I apologize. All right, let's do this thing. I'm going to pull us a card. Let's see what we get. Sorry, guys. Maybe I did listen to too much Taylor Swift. Ooh! Oh my God, you guys, look at this. I'm just going to show it to you here. Can you see it? Innocence. Nope. Sorry about the lights. There you go. Come on, focus. Nope, not gonna. Innocence. I kind of like it. Okay, she's got a baby. There's no babies. Okay. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth. As no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection, give us your feelings of heaviness so that we can lighten your load, and give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Good morning, Shelly. So good to see you here. Happy Monday. So it looks like we are building our holiday plans from Innocence. Are you freaking kidding me? I love this so much. So those of you that joined me, as you guys come in, please say hi. You know I love to say hi to you. I love it so much. So I'm going to grab my notes because I have a cold and my brain shuts down when I have a cold. All right. So what I want to be talking about today is the fall reset. You guys, we had a massive fall reset. If you guys were in part of the fall reset, let me know. Drop a note. We had such an incredible time inside the fall reset. I think it was all of September. We had a really great time. And then we wrapped up on September 26th with the fall reset workshop. I know some of you are waiting for that replay. I'm so sorry. We are working on it. We will get that for you. For those of you that signed up, you get the replay, of course. And the fall reset workshop was fantastic. We brought in our nervous system coach, Stephanie Crochet, whom we love and adore. If you don't know Stephanie yet, you should. Alex, good morning. You were in the fall reset? Nice, Alex. Way to go, sister. Love it. Yeah, and the fall reset workshop was great. What we did is we really looked at how much money you've made so far this year. And after Stephanie set the set the tone for us by making things gentle and easy and bringing your nervous system down to planet Earth, because we all know, right? You can only earn at the speed of safety. So if your nervous system is pounding on you that things are dangerous, you can't make it through, the holiday season the way that you want, it's going to be stressful, those sorts of things, you will watch your revenue drop. And I know that sounds woo-woo and you're like, but Sarah, I have a team or I have other people helping me. That's awesome. You are the source of your business. And if your nervous system is messed up, if you are running around like crazy trying to make things work, or you're forcing stuff, or you're afraid, it will impact your revenue. I wish I could explain that to people scientifically, but it's true. So we had Stephanie set up the entire workshop for us by bringing our nervous systems back online and letting them know they were safe. And it was a beautiful practice. It's one of the reasons I have Stephanie as one of the coaches inside the Abundance Academy. You actually get a nervous system coach when you join the Abundance Academy. She's incredible. So we did that. Then we looked at the way that revenue has come into your business so far, the way that you've been using money so far this year. And then we created a plan. But before we created the plan on how you're going to continue to increase revenue, we brought in the amazing Adriana. We just love her so much. Adriana O'Keefe is a human design expert, and I love her. And she actually is also an Abundance Academy graduate. And she is also a coach inside the Abundance Academy. So you get all three of us. And Adriana came in and really broke down the different human design types, what they are and how they perform well, so that when we looked at the revenue everybody had brought in, she actually explained to people why, based on their human design, why that's how they brought money in, why things didn't work the way people thought they should, and what was draining our energy, which was such an important piece of the entire fall reset month. Was, where are your energy leaks? Because so often we don't even notice, right? We just assume that life is that way, or that certain circumstances are hard. Or, like me, I hate tasky tasks. It's like my least favorite thing. Give me a camera, give me people to talk to, I'll do it all day. Make me do tasky tasks and I like go cross-eyed, right? Why is that an energy leak for me? So we talked about ways to work around that for everyone this season, which was so cool. And I'm just so grateful to Adriana for what she provided inside the workshop. And then we did move on to our plans, now armed with the idea of what our human design is. Each of us understood our human design, how we use that, why we use it the way that we do, and how we can make things feel a lot lighter than they have, which I guess is maybe why, once again, I pulled the innocence cards. I'm going to pull that one more time so you guys see that. So that's why I think this one's all about making things lighter. That's what that card's for. I love that. Isn't that so fun? We pull angel cards because why not? Why not? Anyway, so for everybody who joined us, I was so impressed. I see I have a couple more people on. Please say hi as you guys come in. You know I love to say hi to you. So that's really what we've been doing all of September, sort of like clearing the groundwork, understanding how this year has gone so far, making sure you know your numbers. You guys know I'm a stickler for that. You've got to know what's coming in. Pro tip, if you are ever feeling, I want to say down about your revenue, right? It happens to everybody. Like you're having a tight cash flow month, things aren't going the way that you want them to. Is I just want you to take a second and go back and look at how much money your business has made overall. I say this to you guys all the time. If you want to add on what you made, if you ever had a corporate job, if you want to add on what you made in corporate as well, you're going to notice how much money you've made in your lifetime. And sometimes seeing that number is incredibly helpful. And it reminds you, of course, you can earn more. Of course you can. Like there's nothing in the way other than our nerves around it, right? But the only way to keep going and to be successful eventually is to not stop. It's probably why I was listening to Taylor Swift all weekend. I mean, talk about reasons to quit, right? You guys know how much I love her. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I'm straight. Okay. I just love Taylor Swift. Come on, an Opalite. That song is so good. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at my notes. Sorry, you guys. So what I'd like to cover today is how your energy leads to your strategies. Sorry, I lost you guys. I'm going to pull you back up. So how your energy leads to your strategies. So I want you to think about something. There's a Sarah Waltonism, right? Where I say all the time that business success is 80% mindset and it's 20% strategy. Now, when I say that, people kind of go, what? But if you think about it for a few minutes, I want you to pick anything. Oh my God, I sound like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm getting excited for the holidays. Anyway, okay. So when we look at, I'm going to use something most women know. Okay, remember that your energy leads to your strategy. Okay, so I want you to think about the last time you tried to lose weight. Because if you're a woman on planet Earth, you've done this. True or true, right? I mean, come on. Okay, so you go to try to lose weight. How many diets out there work? I mean, if you follow them, 100% of them work, right? I mean, some are healthier than others, right? But whatever, if you want to drop inches or what, you can do that. True or true, right? Any one of them works. What matters? In all of those strategies, what matters is how you're approaching it while you do it. It's all mindset. The strategy is this much. So if we lean into your energy right now, I want you to take a second. You know me. If you have a pen and paper handy, I would like for you to grab it. If you are driving, please don't do that. But what I want you to think about is how you're feeling right now. Where is your energy? If I could put you on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your energy right now? It's October of 2025. We as human beings on planet Earth have been through some of the most transformational times ever known in history, ever. We're all still here. There was a pandemic last I heard, right? There is civil unrest. There is disagreement and discord that is so loud because we have access to each other like never before. Things seem uncertain. And yet, have you noticed how much positivity there is? Have you noticed? Can you flip your energy to notice how kind some people are being? It's like that Mr. Rogers thing, right? When there's I always love this, when there's a crisis or an emergency, that Mr. Rogers would always say, look at the helpers, look for the people helping. That's the mindset shift I want to invite you to take on in Q4 of 2025. There's so much for us to look at that's negative. There's so much for us to like throw our hands up and be, I just can't take it anymore, right? And the issue with that is sometimes that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's super trendy to be like, oh my God, I'm stubborn, Dad, I can't do it, right? It can kind of be cool to complain. right? And sometimes we are so entertained by our own rage, by our own indignation, that we can't even see there are actual problems that we can solve, that there are people around waiting to help, that we have incredible connections, that we are incredibly resourceful, that we have, if you're running a business, you have a serious amount of grit, right? And that you have a good heart. And so if we can actually look at those and focus on those things, again, going back to where's your energy? A scale of 1 to 10, where are you right now? Like 1 being like, I could pack it in and sleep through the rest of the year, to 10 being, I could knock down a building and put it back together again by later this afternoon, right? Like, where's your energy level? And in looking at that, what's driving that energy? Do you know where your energy leaks are? Are there people, I hate to say this, but are there people that you need to release? You know who I'm talking about. The person you just thought of, that's right. You all had one, right? I like felt that happen. You know who that is, right? And maybe it's time to let them go or see them less, right? You don't have to be a jackwagon. Like you can just pull back a little bit. Are there tasks that are so much fun for other people that like they love doing those tasks and you hate them? Can you bring them in? Can you have them start to support you? Other energy leaks I'd like you to look for are how you're eating. You know this. I always talk about this. Your body is your biggest resource inside of your business. If it is sluggish, if you are not taking good care of it, if you do not feel healthy and attractive and strong, chances are your business does not feel healthy and attractive and strong, right? You're the source of your business. So I want you to look at that. Is that a possible energy leak? And let's look at how adding in some support for the tasks you don't love, taking really good care of your body, she says with a cold, right? But like that includes sleeping well, eating well, hanging out with the people that fill you up, making sure you block that social media as you need. That is such an energy suck for so many of you, and you know who you are. You know if you're falling asleep with your phone in your hand. Is that really how we were designed to live our lives? With other people's opinions lighting up your dopamine and freaking out your brain as your body is trying to rest? Is that what we're supposed to do? Huh, interesting. Start taking really good care of yourself and watch your energy increase, okay? Because the more energy you have when it comes to business, the more successful the business will be. Here's why. Um, you guys know I always make the joke, God bless Elon Musk, right? No shade, a lot of shade. Anyway, but like if that man can be as successful as he is, are you kidding me? I don't mean that to be a jerk, but like really? What is your excuse? I don't mean that to be harsh on you, but come on. If you actually take the time, because you have the energy, if you actually take the time to notice what you need to be doing, to be objective with your business, to ask yourself, what does the business need me to do? To look at numbers, to look at data, to look at how it makes you feel when people respond a certain way, or when you put something out that maybe feels too vulnerable. I had to do that with 2 different clients last week. They had put something out on social media that just made them so uncomfortable because other people told them to. I was like, "Pull it down. What are you what? What? You don't get a trophy for being the most vulnerable on social media when you die. Like, no." And they both pulled it down and said they felt immediate relief. Do you know how much energy that takes from you to do things the way you think you're supposed to, as opposed to the way things could work? The way things could flow from you. I mean, that's why we brought Adriana into the workshop, right? Because it's like that flows from you. When you understand your human design, when you understand who you are, when you understand where energy pours into you, you're unstoppable. And yet, we sit there and stare at the interwebs like, huh, I wonder why this isn't successful yet. It's not successful yet because you haven't found the path for you. Your energy leads to your strategy. Protect your energy. Keep it as positive. I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I'm not talking about, it's okay that you just stabbed me in the back. It's fine that you cheated on me. It's okay that my business partner lied. No, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about staying with people that you can go to when stuff like that happens, because it's going to happen. Like, we're on planet Earth. We're all going to get hurt. We're all going to have crazy people in our lives. We're all going to have moments where things don't go the way we thought they should. And so who do you turn to when that happens? How do you manage your energy while that happens? That is a strategy. Do you get that? Like, that is a way to keep yourself successful. is you plan for those moments because they're going to happen. Now, we don't plan for them and then wait and go, okay, my life's going to suck. Right? It's like you just have it set up. I used to do this like with women who were starting businesses and they had kids. I'm like, great, what's your backup plan if the kids have to come home from school? Oh, shoot. Right? And that's not a criticism. We just kind of think life's going to go the way we want it to, and it, spoiler alert, never does. Ever. So what do you have in place to support you when that happens? That's a strategy. And you can see how your energy leads to this. Is this making sense? I hope this is making sense. You guys let me know. Um, yeah. Okay. So as you look at your energy on a scale of 1 to 10, I want to remember an old truism I share with you guys sometimes. Now, it's not mine. It is Tony Robbins. Because that's funny that Tony Robbins' name just flew out of my head. This is Tony Robbins' strategy. And I really love this idea. I think it's so helpful. So let's say, because you guys know I talk to you so much about personal development. You're like, you're a business coach. Why do you care about how I feel about my friends, right? Because let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like a very reactive, not emotionally regulated human, someone who doesn't believe in themselves, has a lot of doubt, right? Maybe doesn't understand money the way they could, right? It's 4th grade math. You can do this. That's one. And 10 is like someone firing on all cylinders. This is somebody who reads, who updates themselves, who keeps themselves to a rigorous schedule, who takes impeccable care of their body, who loves friends, knows that life is going to be bumpy and has things in place, right? Scale of 1 to 10. So let's say you've grown yourself to be a 3. Great. You've grown yourself to be a 3 and you run into a problem that's a 6. That problem's too big for you. You see what I'm saying? Like you're just going to look at it and be like, that is so huge. I don't have the capacity for this. I don't know how to handle this. Okay. If you grow yourself to be a 7, suddenly that exact same problem is no longer a problem. It's something you do on Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? That's why this development, this growth, understanding where your energy is so important, because as life throws things at you, because it will, you're able to just pick up and keep going. And if I'm going to tell you my job is to put more money in the hands of more women, you need to know how to keep going when stuff gets hard. Because running a business is not for the faint of heart, right? Growing your capacity to earn, not simple stuff. Sorry, not easy stuff. It is quite simple. It's not easy stuff. Okay. So my goal in Coffee with Coach, right? This free resource I give you guys every single month is to help you continue to grow down that path. Yeah. So that you're just continually expanding. So nothing gets in your way. When you set a goal, you're like, listen, I'm going to make something up. We're making 500K in the business this year. That's your goal. Then you would join, the upper echelon with Sarah in January. But yeah, let's say that's your goal. You do that. You focus on that. Do you think that's just going to go smoothly? Do you think every month you're just going to go up by 20, 25%, 30%? It's just going to magically happen? No. You might kick some assets for the first 3 months and then totally bomb in April. That could happen. Of course it could. That's life. What are you going to do when that happens? Who's by your side? Who are you calling? What do you have in place? See what I'm saying? So your energy dictates your strategy. And one of the things I really want to point you towards is having people in your life who are there for you. And by the way, you guys, this is why I created the Abundance Academy. Do you know how cool it is? Do you know how powerful it is? Not only the 3 coaches, yes, that's wonderful, but how powerful it is to have other women. You're all on one goal inside the Abundance Academy. It's your first profitable 100K year in your business. And everybody's running towards that goal together. Do you know the power of that? You know what happens to your energy when you're doing that? It's like, no, it's borderline not describable. Try that again. It's borderline indescribable. I talk good. Don't be surprised. I talk for a living, right? Like it really is. It's like indispensable to have that kind of resource, love, companionship, and strategy and clarity and accountability in our lives, because it never, ever goes the way we think it will. That's just the way it is. So what are you going to do when that happens? Okay. It was a big part of our fall reset. Excuse me, please, while I add more cough drops to my mouth. All right. So let me grab my notes again one more time. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about today is that what worked before is probably not going to work this time. It's probably not going to work anymore. Here's why. So we know, especially in the United States, but it is quite global, right? At this time, the people in the middle are just getting hammered. You know what I'm saying? Like Huh. We have people who are incredibly wealthy or well off, right? Those people who always buy luxury, high ticket items, they're still going to be doing that. That's very clear. So for those of you with those higher end items, go sell like crazy right now. That's actually going to work. And then the other thing that's working really well right now are low ticket items. So when I say a low ticket item on the interwebs, I'm probably talking anything that's $57 or less, around there. It's something you want to think of the low ticket items as things like gum at Target, right? You're in the checkout aisle. You don't have to think about it. You throw it in the cart, you keep going. Those are the low ticket items that we're all talking about. And I think this is a time for a lot of people to start playing with that and seeing what's possible for you inside of some low ticket items just to bring more people into your world. Now, obviously, you guys aren't dumb. If you're going to go the low ticket route, you're going to need a lot more people. We know this, that's fine. But right now, once again, people are online in a new way. They're online in a different way, and they're very, very astute. So if you are going to offer something for low ticket, it really does need to be valuable. So how you're going to figure that out is by asking yourself, what do people ask for from me all the time? You're at a networking event, you say what you do, and someone says, oh my gosh, what's that question? Okay. You are talking to friends. You're at a dinner party. You are, oh, we got some fun holiday parties coming up, right? You're at a holiday party of whatever kind. And people start asking you, what do you do? What do people come to you for? You guys know I love to talk about my client, Tasha Blasi, right? She's now an IVF expert. When she came to me, I asked her, what do people come to you for? And she said 2 or 3 times a week, people are calling me about my IVF journey. Ding, ding, ding. Incredibly successful business created from that. When you look at low ticket, you want to think about the one question people ask. You want to think about how you can help them quickly, and you want to think about how you could provide that for them in a way that works really well, in a way that's succinct, it's easy for them to digest, and doesn't require too much work on their part. We are in such a fast-paced world, especially with AI having hit the scene now, and integrated itself into our lives so completely. People don't want to have to search. They don't want to have to try to find what they need from you. They want it to be presented, right? So I would say a PDF, a quick video that they don't have to click 15 buttons to find. Like, give them something low ticket that they can then run with immediately. And the other thing I want you to think about with low ticket, people aren't thinking about it, right? They just pop it into their carts. They're ready to go. They need it. They want it. Is really figuring out what you want people to do next. Okay. Because if you are going to solve a problem quickly, you want them to have a quick success, right? You want to give them something for a low ticket offer that they can then immediately apply and enjoy, right? And it could be, I mean, I don't know, let's say you're a happiness expert, right? And you're like, the next time you're at the grocery store, buy 3 roses and put them on a little vase on your desk. That's an immediate win. They're going to feel happier. You want to do something like that that gives them an immediate what's next, and an immediate what's next that makes them happy, or add something or that they can see or feel a result from as quickly as possible. Make sense? My beautiful souls? Okay, good. All right. For high ticket, if someone's going to go buy a Lamborghini, they're still going to go buy a Lamborghini. If someone wants one of those Chanel bags, they're going to go get a Chanel bag, right? That's not a thing. It's time for those. And there are people who are actively looking for very high ticket offers right now. They're looking for ways to invest in themselves. They're looking for ways that feel real. They're looking for ways that feel connected. And they do want an ROI. Now, the return on investment on a high ticket offer, product, service, is how it makes someone feel. Isn't that wild? It's like, why would somebody buy a Chanel bag? They don't need another bag. They probably have other bags where they could put their wallet and their lipstick and their keys. There's no need there. Why does somebody do that? They do it because of how it makes them feel. Period. So when you have a high ticket offer, it's because people want to feel a certain way, and that offer gives them that feeling. Why would somebody buy a $250,000, $500,000 car when they can buy a car for $12,000? Why? They both work. They both get you from A to B. Why? How it makes them feel. And for a lot of us, it's that feeling is how it makes you look, right? Or what you think other people are going to perceive in you if you are someone who buys that high ticket item, whatever the high ticket item is, right? So you want to understand what that feeling is and how you provide it. One more example, because sometimes people really don't get this, and that's shoes. You guys know I love my Jimmy Choos every once in a while, but I don't really care, honestly. Like, they're wonderful, right? But I don't care. So what I want you to look at is, why would somebody buy an $800 pair of shoes when they can buy a perfectly beautiful pair of shoes for 80 bucks, 120 bucks? Why? Because of how you feel when you put them on. How you feel. There's a shift in identity. And that's what high ticket offers, is a shift in identity, a shift in how you view yourself, a shift in how you walk through the world. That's what high ticket is. Okay. So what's worked before is probably not going to work right now. I want you to get that. If you need to grow your audience, you're going low ticket, you're causing immediate results, you're making it a no-brainer. It's easy for people to access. It's easy for people to implement. If you are going high ticket, you are causing an identity shift. You are causing a feeling in your customers, and that's why they're purchasing it. Okay. Sorry, my dog has turned into Cujo. If you can hear him, I apologize. I love you. Sure microphone. Keep him out. Okay. Now, the other thing I want you to notice, because what's worked before is not going to work, especially this holiday season, is this mid price point. And by mid, I mean anywhere from like $300, $250, $300, up to about $1,500, $2,000. That is going to be a tough spot right now, because people who are investing at that level are really getting like just hammered from all ends right now, given the economic situation, at least in the United States, but it is pretty global. That's going to be a tougher sell. And I want you to know that going into this holiday season. So if you're noticing that things like that are not moving at the rate that you're used to, or what you thought would happen, or maybe it's worked last year, don't be upset. Pull something out of it and make a low ticket offer, or add something to it and make it a high ticket offer that shifts someone's identity. Okay. But just know that that's going to happen. I just wanted to gift that to you guys. That is my holiday gift to you guys, is understand where the market is, understand what's happening there, and use that wisely. It's really, really important that you understand that. Yeah. Okay. All right, beautiful souls. I want you to know also, the Abundance Academy is open for enrollment in all of October. We are completely restructuring the program. It is brand new. We are so excited. Everybody's got one goal, and that is your first profitable 100K year. We are all in it together. I am your coach by your side. You have a nervous system coach, because you will only earn at the speed of safety. You also have a human design coach in Adriana, so that you understand why certain things feel tough for you, why your energy gets drained in certain tasks, but it gets filled up by others. Yeah, you're going to know that. You're going to understand it. And then me, as your business coach by your side, walking you through what's happening in the market, so you can create things that are actually sellable, right? Consumable by the audience right now, and your customers right now, so that you can do all of that through this holiday season, because 2025 could swing both ways for you, right? It could be a super, super tough year if you're not understanding the market, you're not monitoring your own energy, and your nervous system is out of whack. It can be a really tough year. Okay. If you are ready to up your game, you need to come join us in the Abundance Academy. You need me as your business coach. You need Stephanie as your nervous system coach, and you need Adriana as your human design coach. And the three of us will take care of you, in addition to that community, as we all go towards this one really exciting goal of making sure this 100K year of top line revenue is profitable for you this year. So a lot of coaches out there, talking about 100K years or whatever, but you're going to have to spend 120 to get there. That's not profitable. That's bananas, right? So we are talking your first $100,000 profitable year. That's what we're up to inside the Abundance Academy. We are going to have links to book a 15-minute call with me. If you have questions about the Abundance Academy, you want to check it out. We have a link to the actual information page inside the Abundance Academy. And if you are ready, you don't need to talk to me. You are going to need to fill out an application, because we're very careful with this group. We make sure you guys are the right fit, that you are going to be supportive and a good fit for each other, right? Really, really, this is a very important community, and we guard it. You will need to fill out an application. If you just want to talk to me on the phone, obviously that is your application, so no worries there, but we'll have those 3 links for you underneath this video. This is going to be a really exciting holiday season. It's time for you to get into the black, right? No more red. And it's not just about Black Friday, right? It's about a mindset shift. It's about pulling out strategies that match your energy. It's about managing your energy, and it's about having the right coaches and community by your side, because you don't need to do this alone anymore. All right, my loves. Okay, listen, have a wonderful October. I will be back here the first Monday in November to help you even more through this holiday season. And of course, we'll be talking all things gratitude and what that actually does to your brain chemistry. All right, guys, I love you to bits. I'll see you in November.